Welcome back to another tabletop review. Today we'll look at the Taurus TX22 rimfire semi-automatic pistol. The suppressor-ready Taurus TX22 is one of the most affordable sport race style 22 semi-automatic pistols available today. The Taurus website boasts that this rimfire polymer sporting pistol shoots and feels every bit like a custom-tuned competition model without any costly upgrades or modifications. With two 16-round magazines, a nice feel in the hand, crisp trigger, and good accuracy, it's no wonder that the Taurus TX22 was named Guns & Ammo's 2019 Handgun of the Year. Let's make sure that this gun is cleared first. As you may already know, I like 22s. I've got a bunch of them. With a 22, I can spend a day at the range and not break the bank. But why did I buy this Taurus? There are two reasons. The first had to do with this gun's positive reviews. I'd been researching the trend of manufacturers to produce exact 22 rimfire replicas of their popular 9mm models, such as the Smith & Wesson M&P Compact, the Beretta M9, the Walther PPK, and even Glock's new Model 22. The Taurus TX came up in comparison stories in which it received very positive reviews. And when I saw that the Taurus TX22 had been named Guns & Ammo's 2019 Handgun of the Year, that got my attention. My only experience with Taurus was a Taurus TCP380 I bought more than a decade ago. I only paid about $170 for it, but I considered it a very poor gun and I traded it off almost immediately. I'd not given much attention to Taurus products since then. The second reason was price. It was about $100 less than the others I just mentioned, but came with two 16-round magazines. And by the way, most rimfire semi-automatics are 10-round magazines. It had adjustable sights, felt good in my hand, and it was suppressor-ready. I thought it was worth trying out. My Taurus TX22 came in a cardboard box. Came with the second magazine, 16-round. Came with an autoloader for the magazine. It is a suppressor-ready barrel, has a thread protector on the barrel, but it also came with the adapter for the barrel for a suppressor, which was kind of unusual. Came with a fairly good manual, and of course came with the lock. Taurus is a Brazilian small arms manufacturing company often associated with the production of revolvers. The company produced its first revolver in 1941. In 1980, at the expiration of the Beretta production contract with the Brazilian Army, Taurus was able to purchase the Beretta production plant, including the drawings, tooling, machinery, and which also included an experienced workforce that then propelled Taurus into the 9mm pistol market. To address the U.S. market, Taurus formed Taurus Holdings Incorporated in Miami, Florida. But Taurus struggled to understand the U.S. market, and by 2013, along with the company's quality and manufacturing issues, Taurus was all but finished in the U.S. In 2015, Taurus settled a lawsuit for $39 million and recalled nearly 1 million handguns produced between 1997 and 2013 due to safety defects. However, under new management, Taurus was also able to reposition itself back into relevancy by 2015 with the help of new price points and enhanced quality control. I believe that the TX22 was introduced in January of 2019. The Taurus TX22 is a full-size striker-fired single-action semi-automatic pistol. The frame is polymer, the barrel is steel with a removable fixed design adding to the gun's accuracy. This barrel is threaded for a suppressor and came with a thread protector and also an adapter, as I mentioned earlier. The slide is aluminum with steel inserts. Slide serrations both forward and aft are very good. Slide release is well positioned. Nice finger rests on both sides of the frame. The sights are 3-dot, fully adjustable in the rear. Caliber is .22 long rifle, of course. Magazine capacity is 16, and it comes with 2 magazines. They're polymer, but they do have loading tabs on the sides. The safeties include drop, trigger, lever, and ambidextrous thumb on this model. The red dot here was added. Barrel length is 4.1 inches, overall length is 7.1 inches, overall height is 5.44 inches, width is 1.25 inches, unloaded weight is 17.3 ounces. Good texturing on the grips and the back strap. It's got a good feel overall. Trigger pull is light and crisp at about 5 pounds with a crisp reset. Let's demonstrate the trigger here. We're going to remove the magazine. Second magazine has been loaded with dummy rounds for this purpose. Take the safety off. Take up is very smooth. Break is crisp. Very crisp return there on the reset. Very short. Very nice trigger, very nice trigger. So, how has the TX22 functioned? Has it lived up to what I'd seen in the reviews? Well, yes, it did. I probably have put about 2,000 rounds through this gun since I bought it. As a suppressor-ready 22 with 16 round magazine and good accuracy, I find that I do take it to the range quite often. It also helps that it feels great in the hand. It seems to run through any type of ammo I throw at it, and I mean anything. As you may know, suppressors can cause an already dirty 22 round to really foul up a gun pretty quick. But the TX22 doesn't seem to object. And with the 16 round magazines, you do tend to want to just rapid fire this gun a lot. So I go through a lot of ammo whenever I take it out. It's just an absolute ball to shoot. As for the cons, the external thumb safety is something that some people just don't like, but Taurus actually offers this same gun without a thumb safety. The polymer magazines are a little odd. I'm not sure how well they're going to hold up over time. Same for the polymer sights. There have been reports of issues with the boring on some of the early TX22 barrels, but I haven't noticed any problems at all with this one. TX22 isn't designed as a replica of any specific 9mm handgun. Probably best resembles the HK VP9. It isn't designed as a trainer pistol either, according to Taurus, but I think it could certainly fill that role. Taurus says that the gun is designed as a sport race competition gun, but it doesn't have a rail for optics, and I'm not sure about the accuracy. It's certainly not the level of my dedicated Target 22s. Now that being said, if you remember what you paid for it, and accept that it's actually more of a multi-purpose firearm, I think you'll be happy with its performance. As for pros, the Taurus is indeed fun and one of the most reliable 22s I own. The fact that I can rely on it to shoot just about anything I load in it is great. The 16 round magazines, although plastic, do work, and extra ones can be bought for only $22 each. As I said earlier, most semi-automatic pistols come with only 10 round magazines. Even the one notable exception I'm aware of, the Beretta M922, carries one less than the Taurus at 15 rounds. At 16 plus 1, the Taurus TX22 is just exceptional at its capacity. Nonetheless, I'll admit that my expectations were not terribly high overall when I first purchased this gun. Thankfully, it's turned out to be one of the most rewarding. I like the adjustable 3-dot sights. I like the textured grips. The gun feels good in my hand. The trigger is actually surprisingly good on this gun. Taurus calls this the PTS or Pittman trigger system. Whatever. It's excellent. Very, very nice. I like the Picatinny rail on the underside of the frame. I've attached a laser and tactical light system that has worked great. The accuracy is good enough to give me a good feel at the range. At about 17 ounces, this gun is very light for a full-size pistol. As a 22, it has low recoil, hardly any muzzle lift, so you can spend quite a bit of time shooting this gun without any fatigue. I think the gun looks good too. It's a full-size generic semi-automatic pistol that just looks like it means business. And the threaded suppressor-ready barrel is just an excellent addition. I really like the way my Osprey micro suppressor fits and looks on this gun. It's the perfect match. Of course, firing suppressed 22s can be very dirty. Most of my other suppressed 22s begin to show problems after a couple of hundred rounds of fouling, but not the Taurus. It really is quite amazing. And finally, for about $250, which is what I paid for this gun, I think the Taurus TX22 is a real bargain. Disassembly of the Taurus TX22 is relatively simple. We're going to remove the magazine, take the safety off, fire the pistol one time. Now we're going to pull down on these little tabs on either side of the frame down below here. And when we do that, it will disengage the slide from the frame. I'm going to pull back on it just slightly. That allows it to become free of the frame. Remove the spring and can remove the barrel. And there we are, disassembled. One notable aspect of this firearm, which is kind of interesting, is the way that the barrel actually sits on the frame. Without putting the slide back on, I'm going to just take the barrel. I'm going to show you how that fits here. And you can see this little notch, and you can see this raised portion on the frame. And I pull down on those tabs, and that little tab just kind of drops down into the frame. I can place the barrel over the frame, bring it back, and when I release those tabs, it goes back up into the barrel, locking it in place. So there you have a fixed barrel that can be removed on the frame. Now that's pretty nifty. Reassembly is basically the opposite of what we did for disassembly. I replaced the barrel and the spring. Returning the slide to the frame, I only need to position this section right here above this area of the frame. And doing that, I can just press down on it, bring it back, and there we are, reassembled. The suggested retail price on the Taurus TX22 is $349, but typical is closer to about $270. I was able to get mine for only $250. Other models of the TX22 are available with 10-round magazines, without the thumb safety, and without the threaded barrel for the same price. Well, to summarize, the Taurus TX22 was somewhat of a pleasant surprise. With the less than stellar past reputation of the Taurus company and such a low price for the TX22, it was easy to set low expectations. But as a range gun, Taurus appears to have gotten this one right. It's even got me to think a little better of Taurus as a gun manufacturer. Okay, so I don't think it's anywhere close to my Canik TP9 competition race gun, nor would it replace any of my Target 22s, but the Taurus is reliable. It isn't picky about ammo, comes with two 16-round magazines, has good sights and even better trigger. The gun is very light, but still it feels good in the hand. And the accessory rail and threaded suppressor-ready barrel make this gun all that much more excellent choice as a range gun. Taurus even includes a threaded protector and adapter. That's amazing. Taurus TX22 is a gun that you can have a lot of fun with. And what's more, it's affordable. I think it's really worth checking out. Any weapon you carry is better than the one you left at home. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll be back for my next tabletop review. Until next time, stay safe.